Hey YouTube, Spirit Smoker here. Today I wanted to talk to you about, I'll tell you a story I guess about how I got started in pipe smoking and where I've come since then. First of all, a brand new pipe for me today. I'm smoking out of it's a Baracchini little balls ants, or devil's balls, or something like that. Basically just a little copper ring in here, military fitted. And inside of it I am smoking some of my own blend from my tobacconist. I got this a while ago. And it's basically just a mixture of cherry and chocolate tobacco. So basically just chocolate covered cherry is what I call it. And then to wash that down today, I've got a little bit of Gentleman Jack's. I tend to like whiskey with while I smoke. Depending obviously on what time of day it is. If it's an early morning, coffee or tea. I don't really drink tea a whole lot, but either way, let's get these lit up. Hopefully you're joining me today. I'll use my little Vector pipe lighter. I got this thing for free with a kit. It works pretty well for the most part, so I tend to use it. Great flavor. Even just that initial puff, you can really taste it. And I wish you guys could smell this stuff. It's awesome. I should mention this also tends to be a favorite of basically everyone I even walk by or am in the vicinity of when I smoke it. They tend to really like it. So good stuff. Keep the lighter nearby. Alright, so as I said, I want to talk about how I got started in pipe smoking. Well, you know, when I was a kid, my dad smoked cigarettes, and I hated those things. They stunk and all that. And he was one of those dads that, you know, would try to hide the fact that he smoked them, even though he knew that we knew. Well, so as I got older, I started thinking about, you know, is there a different way for him to maybe quit? And so I thought of, you know, so basically when I got a little older, I did some research and found out that you don't actually inhale pipe smoke, or that you shouldn't necessarily inhale pipe smoke. And I thought, well, that'd be kind of cool. So when I turned 18, I went out and I actually bought some tobacco, some cherry tobacco. I don't even remember what kind it was, or what brand I should say. And then I bought a corncob pipe, just a simple like drugstore corncob pipe, pretty simple. It was at like one of those like smoke and deals type places. So pipes weren't exactly their specialty. But anyway, I brought that over to him, and he thought it was kind of strange that I did that. Anyway, so we ended up, he ended up trying it and hated it. Absolutely hated it. So he just gagged on the pipe. He didn't like having it in his mouth. And he really didn't really care for the flavor of the tobacco. We loved how it smelled, but that was about it. And I really liked how it smelled. So basically there was this basically unused corncob pipe. He smoked maybe a few puffs out of it and gave it up. Wouldn't exactly call that an estate pipe. But basically he left it there, and so here I was with this pipe and some tobacco. So I took a match and I lit it, tried it out, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was just, it came pretty natural to me as well. It was, you know, pretty simple to keep it lit. I had understood from my research that sometimes you did have to relight it and things like that. And of course, there's that learning curve, I think, with everybody and when they begin pipe smoking. Some people smoke it too fast, some people don't smoke it quick enough because they know, oh, I'm okay, so I'm supposed to be patient, so I'll give it a few minutes. And they just go out all the time. And there's situations like this with me. This is a learning experience for me too because I'm talking and smoking. It's not just watching a YouTube video anymore. It's me talking and trying to keep this thing lit at the same time. This is really good. But, so basically, like I said, I really liked it. And then a few years later, I started dating this girl that didn't like that I smoked a pipe at all. Said it made me look old. So I said, well, okay. So basically, I kept smoking a pipe and just didn't tell her. And then eventually, I went to New York, up to New York State with her. Her grandparents had a lake place out there, or a place on the lake, I should say, out there. And we were sitting around the fire. Her grandfather, her cousin, and I were sitting around the campfire at night, and they started smoking cigarettes. And so I pulled out my pipe and I started smoking it. I brought it up with me. Didn't go over well. She stormed off pretty pissed off. So that was the end of that for a little while. And I was told, I don't know how many times, I went into a tobacconist who was also a Benchmade dealer. That's why I went to go see him, was because he was a Benchmade dealer, Benchmade knives. I collect knives. And so I went to go see him for his knives, and he has all these beautiful pipes there. And I said, oh wow, I'd love to get one of these. My girlfriend doesn't let me smoke a pipe anymore. He says, oh, you should get a new one. I said, no, she doesn't let me smoke them anymore. She goes, no, I didn't mean a pipe. I'm gonna get a new girlfriend. Well, about 4.5 years later, I did. That was a rough time. Not fun. Basically, the day after we broke up, one of the first things I did was went out on my porch, lit up a pipe, and enjoyed it so much. It was old tobacco too. It was like stuff that I hadn't smoked in that 4-year time span. It was dry, really dry, but it was a freedom thing, I think, at that point. It was really nice. My current girlfriend is awesome. She literally lets me use this room as my smoking room, especially for winters like this. New England winters suck. Don't want to be spending all that time outside, freezing my butt off, trying to have a nice pipe. So she lets me do it in here. I keep an air purifier going, pretty quiet. It's really nice. It looks like a mess right now, but real quick I'll show you my my pipes area. In this drawer here I have all my pipes. We'll go over that another day. I'll just show you exactly like what I have as a setup. Can't see a whole lot of it, I'm sure, but it gives you a basic idea. So maybe next video we'll go into more of that. But ever since, I've just been collecting pipes. I've got a whole bunch of them and been collecting tobacco and trying to smoke through it. There's a lot of it. But yeah, I just, I had enough of that. And the moral of that story is that, if you do something that makes you happy, just do it. I mean, if it's not really if it's not hurting you, if it's not a a dangerous thing, you know, that's just plain stupid, then go ahead, do it. You know, and that's really important, is just, you know, to be happy. So thank you guys very much. I had a great smoke with you. We'll do this again. Make sure you have your pipes ready for our conversation next time. Take care. Be happy.